Writer's block has always been a struggle with me. Getting started with creating a presentation or preparing for a session that I need to deliver requires a lot of effort from me to get started. I discovered one thing that I could use by combining ChatGPT and Canva to create presentations quickly so that I can get started and get off that writer's block. Let me share that workflow with you. What we are going to do today is we'll whip up an article using ChatGPT, then transform it into a document using Canva, and then turn it into a captivating presentation. Whether you are an instructional designer, a trainer, a content developer, or an educator, this process is going to help you save a lot of time and effort. So let's jump right in. Let's ask ChatGPT to write an article on best practices for dealing with irate customers and turning them into cheerleaders. One thing to keep in mind here is to be as descriptive as possible with your prompt. But don't worry too much about it because if you forget about something, you can add it as a follow up prompt in the same chat and get the desired results. Here you can see that I'm asking it to assume the role of head of customer support, and the task ChatGPT has to perform is to create a PowerPoint presentation on managing irate customers and turning them into advocates. Then I'm adding further instructions on what the presentation should include. It should have a variety of formats, including headings, bullet points, numbered lists, tables, diagrams, and infographics. This will help me paste it directly into Canva when I create a document there. And then I'm asking ChatGPT to organize the content logically. I'm also providing it the slides that I need here. And then I've also given it a guideline to keep the slide content concise and just have it as 100 to 150 words. And the language should be professional and easy to understand. So this was my prompt. Now here you can decide to have more prompt or less prompt, or you can have a follow-up prompt based on your requirement. But this is the available information I had about this presentation, so I've included that here and asking ChatGPT to generate a response. Let's see what ChatGPT has generated for us. So it has created the title page, given it a heading, and then we have the agenda slide. We have a few bullet points on how to understand irate customers. We have best practices for dealing with irate customers and a case study of company A, company B, where there is a product malfunction and billing error. And then we have some strategies for which ChatGPT has suggested that we create an infographic. And then we have the conclusion and next steps. It all looks good. The only thing I don't like here is the title that it has given in the title page. So let's ask ChatGPT to change that for us. Okay. So here, the next prompt that I gave it after this was, can you suggest 5 alternate catchy titles for this presentation? So here you can see it gives us these 5 different titles. You can pick the one you like. What I liked was the third one, Winning Over the Toughest Critics, a guide to turning irate customers to allies. And then I said, let's use the third option and can you rewrite the content for slide 1? And it did just that for me. And then I moved forward and I thought, okay, with the presentation, I will also need to write some speaker notes. So why not ask ChatGPT to give us that as well? So I went ahead and I said, can you help me with the speaker notes for this session? Keep the tone conversational and motivational so that the support team feels energized after attending the session. And then it gave me a good script that I can use for all these slides. And then once the presentation is ready, this is what I will add to the notes section, modify it as per my requirement, and then use it for my presentation. With this done, let's head over to Canva and create a document with this information. To begin, we will click Create a Design and select Doc. Here, paste all the information. To save time, I've already done that. Here you can see we have the title slide, we have the agenda, we have the third slide where we are understanding irate customers, and so on. I've also removed the word infographic from here. We will go and pick the infographic slide type when we convert this into a presentation. So all our information is here, and now we just have to click Convert on the top right corner to convert it into a presentation. From here, you can select the type that you want. Go ahead and check out the different styles that are there available for this particular presentation and pick the one that you like. Let's go with a plain white here and let's see what we can do from here. I'll click create my presentation and immediately I get an option to pick the styles. So here I can go and select any style combinations from here in terms of choosing the colors and the font style and then use that. Or I can just go with the font style and the colors that have been chosen for me. Or I can see my recent designs. So here's one of the designs that I had used where I had black background. So I can just go and select use style and that style will be applied to this particular slide. I'll go and say apply to all pages so that all my slides have a black background. Now we need to go and change the layouts because this looks pretty bland at the moment. So let's do it one slide at a time. We'll go to layouts and here let's try out different slide types. So I'll just go and click on each of them and see which one looks better. Maybe we can go with one with an image and see if that works for us. So let's pick this one and I will select this image placeholder, go to elements and here I will search for say a happy customer. And then go to photos and select any of the images that have happy customers. So maybe let's see if we can pick this dark one so that it shows the text overlay or any other image that you like. So here you can keep trying out different images and see what works for you. Let's see this one, this looks good, or any other image. And if you don't like the layout at this moment also, you can just go to design and look for other layouts. So here you can see after you added the image, it shows you other layouts that you can use, maybe this one, so that the image is also visible and the text is also nicely visible, or any other type of layout that you want. So you get a lot of options at every step in time. Next is agenda. So here you can see there is this layout. You can go and make changes to it. So let's see which one we have. I like this one because it has everything organized. There's an option to add more text also. We don't have anything, so I'll just go and delete this section from here. Let's go to the next one where we have understanding irate customers. Again, we have different layouts. I want to pick the one which has some placeholders for images so that I can add relevant images over here. This is related to irate customers, so I'll just select this, go to elements, and let's search for angry customer and pick the image, add it to the placeholder, pick a relevant image for this one, and then the last one. And that completes our slide. Again, you can go back to the design and see with these 3 images, is there any other layout that you would like to switch to? Looks pretty good, so let's go with that. The next one is best practices. Maybe this one or this one looks nice. So I can just go and use this. And then we have the case study. Again, you can use any other table layout that you want. And similarly, we'll make changes to the other 2 slides. With that, our presentation is ready, and all we need to do is go to the notes section and add the speaker notes that we had created. So let me just quickly do that. Our presentation is now ready. Now, if you wish to apply some animations, you can do so by clicking the animate button and animating either the slides or all the objects. And to make a presentation, you can either click the present button and present directly from Canva, or if you're more comfortable using PowerPoint, you can go to the share button, click more, and then click Microsoft PowerPoint. This will allow you to download this presentation in a PPTX format. And once it's downloaded, you will get a PowerPoint presentation which will have all the elements separately editable. That's it. That was my quick solution to get rid of the writer's block or the starting hitch for my next speaking engagement or the next content piece that I have to create. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.